Hi everyone, it's Athena and happy Friday, the 4th of June, 2021. Okay, let's get started. I'm using the Tarot Royale for what was, what has been going on, right? And then I'm going to use the vice versa deck for what is to come. So let me just shuffle real quick. It's Friday. Listen, if you come by, swing by, like, subscribe, please. Thank you. And also thank you to all of you who have been so loyal and wonderful. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Wow. Death. Justice. Wow. And the Hierophant. Look at that. 3 majors. So what has ended, right? What is it? What's that? All is fair in love and war. That's how I feel. I feel something has ended in terms of spiritual awakening, right? From dark to light, a rebirth. The balancing of one's own vision by either not seeing, not wanting to see how truly, okay, this is deep, but I'm going to say, that's how I roll. Not wanting to see that there is no such thing as death, as the only thing that we extract from life is the body, and the soul, the soul ascends. There's been a huge transformation in terms of someone seeing that, actually not seeing it with their eyes, but knowing that that's what happens. And maybe through someone's passing, someone realizes that they're still around them. The energy is still very much so there. We have the sun, moon, right? And the stars. So this is about death, rebirth, and that the soul never dies. It is only the 3D body that is left. And we ascend to a higher ground, right? Wow. Okay, so what was? We have learned how to feel more than anything the aftermath of a passing or a rebirth, dark night of the soul, right? Kundalini rising. Okay. So someone's been going through it. King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has suffered an ending. Not in a bad way. We say suffered. Well, it's the way you see it or the way you don't see it. Do you understand that? It's not a matter of an ending being an actual ending. If it's a physical death, it's only a physical death. When we talk about death, and we are all on that path, right? The minute we're born, we're dying every day. But if you're on a spiritual journey and in a spiritual way, which most of you are that watch my channel, you understand that nothing lasts forever except the soul and all the energy around us. So if this is a 3D depiction of this card, is the King of Pentacles has ended a relationship potentially with a Scorpio. If you want 3D, I'll give it to you. But I don't you know, I don't necessarily look at Scorpio. So someone has ended a relationship, and yeah, she came out. She wanted to come out. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There was an imbalance. Someone may have been married and now had to make a decision between, do I stay or do I go? And there you go. And there you go. So this is either literally a physical death of someone who has left the earth plane to ascend to a higher ground. But as we really know that no one really dies, the only physical body is what dies. But someone is literally heartbroken over a passing of someone and or of a relationship. Someone needed to get divorced, and that's why, right? It was like, listen, I can't be with you if you're not going to get divorced. Interesting, right? The Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, usually does not need to see because she feels. So she feels everything. She knows that this was inevitable. The feminine knows this ending was inevitable, even though the masculine is having a hard time deciding also whether that is going to indeed be the end. What if a marriage ended and now, right? Could be a marriage between, was there a third party? Did someone have a near-death experience is what I just heard. And that can be part of someone's dark night of the soul, right? When they can't handle, when someone goes through the dark night of the soul, someone becomes very mad, as not as in physically mad, more spiritually mad, like madness. There's a madness that happens through many that need to get through that spiritual ascension. And it's not discussed, it's felt. Maybe two people have realized that actually that is what has happened. Someone could be saying, you know, truly, you're going to have to become single in order for me to be with you, right? Make a decision. You got to make a decision, right? If you can't make a decision, I can't be with you, right? Someone's really heartbroken because that decision involves a commitment. Also, a spiritual ascension of two people who are realizing that maybe a third-party situation wasn't all it was cracked up to be, so to speak. And of course, now I'm being told to look at both sides of this story. So look at who's here. Look who showed up. The King of Pentacles. Or the Queen, sorry. It's a funky depiction of the Queen, right? But she's reversed. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. This is very real. And look. Judgment. Someone was being judged. I feel the King of Pentacles has been very much so judging, or it is an ascension and judgment day is here. Or someone's judging another for a third-party situation as they're having an affair. And or they were judged and the affair is over. Over. Okay, now let's look at this one. Yeah. I want to give you my love, but I can't. Remember, this was something that I wanted, that I hoped for, that I dreamed of, but I can't make it happen. So now I have to heal. Someone's been healing over either the loss of a physical loss, of a death, or a relationship loss. I feel that someone knew inevitably that a relationship was not going to go the distance, because look at who just showed up. Hello. The other woman. Or this is whoever's attached to the King of Pentacles. Someone had to go in a third party situation. And it was inevitable. Someone said it's either me or her. And listen, if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're playing with fire. And someone said, you choose. And this is what happened. It was inevitable. The Tower is happening, or has happened. So it's also very much so a spiritual awakening, because when we turn this around, someone says, I had to change because I was going to lose out. And I know I'm going to lose out. Either way, someone loses out here. And I think it's the King of Pentacles. Because the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles is in a relationship and or marriage that is very solid. And the only way to get through this is someone has to leave the situation. So, as it stands, justice will be served. And that could be this weekend. Maybe someone is just really exhausted from, you have 3 of Swords to the 2 of, the Justice. Someone said you make a choice. And someone had to go. And that's why the King didn't want to believe it, but is now in hiding or in hermit mode, so to speak, because there's been an ending here. And it is the ending of something that I feel the King of Pentacles did not want this to end, but couldn't see a future with. We're 2 different types of people here, right? We're so different. And you don't see things the way I see it. Let's just continue a little here. Someone had words. We're not the same. Our lives are very different. This is Dark Night of the Soul. From darkness to light. Realizing that someone cannot sustain the way that this is right now. Okay? And it was just like, it was a long time coming, I heard. Where we just couldn't balance. There had to be balance, and you can't have a balance with a third party, right? I really wanted this bad, but what was it? What is the it part? Was the offer wasn't made because it was really of a more physical nature? We just couldn't manifest this. Someone's very beautiful, independent, and looks good, has their act together, But at the end of the day, one's higher truth, which is that eagle, or sorry, the hawk, which is the gray hawk, someone knew they were going to lose out from darkness to light. And that is when we ascend. We ascend when we realize that we can't play the same old role that we've been playing over and over and over again, especially if you've been tossing around people's feelings. People get hurt. Someone definitely got hurt here. And for whatever it's worth, the one who usually gets hurt is the one who's doing the third party situation. Because one can either lose one or both. How do we know they didn't lose both? Why do I say that? Because this is Scorpio and this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone might have lost out on both counts and the justice, right? Justice of the peace. So why do we say justice of the peace? Because when justice comes knocking, it gives us peace of mind, which is the doves, and which is the cup. That's when we find our peace, when justice has been had and someone realizes that they could not continue, right? So from a 3D perspective, this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with a water and air sign, feminine, water and air, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who the end is, it's the end. Finality, right? The final curtain call of something that cannot be sustained. 5D is a spiritual awakening. Being awoken doesn't require to speak about it. It's more a feeling of death and rebirth. That one realizes that you are not needing to be seen and or heard. You just find peace in the resolve of your own spiritual ascension. It's not something you talk about. It's not something you write home about. It's something that you go through, and it's a very personal journey. Have a great weekend, and I send you much love.